Help me reach 1,000 subscriber. When my wife joked, my work husband buys me lunch every day, you should step up, I laughed with her. But deep down, something about her tone didn't sound like a joke. I brushed it off at first. Sarah worked in marketing, team lunches, meetings, brainstorming sessions. She often mentioned this guy, Ethan, her so-called work husband. They shared snacks, memes, and private jokes. She said it helped make long workdays more bearable. I didn't think much of it. We'd been married 7 years. I trusted her completely. She was my best friend, the one person I believed would never make me doubt her. But over time the energy changed. She began dressing up for work in ways she hadn't before. Makeup, perfume, heels she once said were too uncomfortable. I teased her about trying to impress her office husband. She laughed it off, told me she just wanted to feel confident again. Then came the late nights, deadlines, client calls, emergencies. I wanted to believe her, I really did, until one evening her phone lit up on the counter. A text from Ethan. Still thinking about that dessert. You're bad for my diet. It wasn't overtly inappropriate, but it wasn't just friendly either. I scrolled up a little. Her reply read, haha, you loved it. I'll make it up to you tomorrow. Something inside me cracked that night. The next morning I asked casually, you and Ethan seem pretty close, huh? She smiled that careful smile of hers. He's just a friend, babe. Don't be paranoid. I let it go, or tried to. But once doubt creeps in, it doesn't leave. A week later, she came home wearing a new silver bracelet with tiny stars. I asked where she got it. She said, team gift. Everyone got one. I didn't buy it. I knew her team, all women except Ethan. So I decided to find out myself. One Friday, I dropped by her office with coffee and flowers. The moment I walked in, I saw her leaning over a desk, his desk laughing too close. When she saw me, her expression froze before she forced a smile. Babe, what are you doing here? I held up the coffee. Thought you could use a pick-me-up. Ethan stood, shook my hand politely. Nice to meet the famous husband, he said. Famous husband. The words hit like a sting. And that's when I noticed the same bracelet on his wrist, matching hers. I said nothing then, just smiled and left. But I burned inside the whole drive home. That night, she came in late, and when she hugged me, her scent wasn't perfume. It was his cologne. I knew it instantly. When she got out of the shower, I said, so matching bracelets, huh? Cute. Her face went pale. It's not what you think, she said. Then tell me, I replied. He gave them to everyone at work. As a joke. I cut her off. No one else was wearing one. Silence. That night I didn't sleep. I just replayed every laugh, every client meeting, every glance at her phone. The next morning I decided to turn the tables. When she mentioned lunch with her team again, I smiled and said, can't today. Having lunch with my work wife. She laughed. You don't have a work wife. I shrugged. I do now. Jenna from accounting. She says I should step up too. The color drained from her face. Over the next few days I kept the joke alive. Jenna brought me lunch. Jenna said this. Suddenly Sarah wasn't laughing anymore. She started asking questions. Who's Jenna? Why do you talk so much? Until one night she snapped, shouting, are you trying to make me jealous? I looked at her calmly. Does it feel good? Because that's what you've been doing to me. She went silent. Then softly she said, I didn't mean for it to go that far. My stomach twisted. That far. I didn't even have to ask what she meant. A week later she confessed. Lunches turned into walks. Walks turned into drinks after work. She said it just happened, that she didn't mean to cross a line. She begged me to forgive her, crying that it meant nothing, that she loved me. But when she said it didn't mean anything, I realized it meant everything. Because trust isn't something you patch up once it's torn apart. That night I packed a bag. She clutched my arm, tears spilling, whispering, please, I'll fix it. I just looked at her and said, you told me to step up, Sarah. I am, by walking away. It's been 6 months now. I heard she quit that job. Maybe guilt caught up to her. I'm not angry anymore. Just done. Because sometimes the hardest truth isn't about betrayal. It's knowing when to stop fighting for someone who stopped choosing you. And when people ask why I left, I just say, her work husband bought the lunches, but I was the one paying the bill.